After 25 years with the Philippine Daily Inquirer, Belinda Olivares-Cunanan wrote her final column for the paper last week. The Pro-Arroyo columnist denies she resigned, hinting she was fired for being too partisan. But is there such a thing as an objective opinion? Tonight, we look at the slants in the op-ed page and the line separating columnists from apologists. I'm Cheche Lazaro. Join me tonight as we put the media in focus. Joining us tonight are Inquirer columnist and ANC producer Patricia Evangelista, Malaya columnist and political strategist Lito Banayo, and Vergel Santos of the Center for Media Freedom and Responsibility. We also invited Bel Cunanan and the Inquirer management, but they both declined. Welcome to Media in Focus. Thank you for joining us tonight. As you saw, Bel Cunanan was told by the Inquirer that she was too partisan in favor of Noynoy Aquino, against Noynoy Aquino. Is that enough reason to let an op-page columnist go? Why the quiet reaction? Do you agree that that is enough of a reason?
Well, in the first place, the fact that you're a columnist, you're an opinion writer, you're supposed to purvey your opinions.
Okay.
So that includes your biases, partisan or whatever, your prejudices even. No? The rule of thumb, as far as I'm concerned, is provided you check your sources, you're very certain that what you're writing is factual, it's not invented. No? For as long as you're writing something that is truthful, no, and it's not libelous, no, then I don't think there should be any bar to whatever a columnist should write, regardless of...
So opinion should be based on fact?
As much as possible, it must be. I mean, sometimes, of course, you just purvey your own thoughts.
Yes.
No? That may not necessarily be factual. But basically, when you write about an issue, you write about a political personality, whatever, you should be backed up by facts. No?
Patricia, I mean, you're a columnist for the Inquirer, and you have had some pretty nasty columns against some of the political candidates in this last exercise. Yes.
I like to say I'm democratically against everyone.
Okay, but do you always base everything you have to have an opinion about on fact?
Of course. As far as I know and as far as I can determine, I go on the road a lot. I do the interviews myself. And as far as I can tell, I will base it on that. And on the occasions I don't know, I say I don't.
Okay.
Other than the bar on libel and other than the bar on fact, obviously you cannot be paid for your opinion. You cannot be a propagandist for anyone. So you stand by what you stand for and then you take the hits after.
All right. In the case of Bel Cunanan, having been there for 25 years, I guess she did exactly that. That she chose her facts carefully and she wrote about her opinion on certain issues that she felt strong about.
I don't know if she chose her facts carefully.
All right.
I don't know if her opinions were not partisan. I don't know what precisely the reasoning was. As far as the Inquirer stands, and I can't speak for the Inquirer, but I only know what they allowed the public to know. The basis for removing Ms. Cunanan, according to Inquirer.net, was that was this manual on ethics that columnists are allowed to endorse or attack or say whatever they want about any candidate, for as long as they do not act as propagandists or publicists.
Okay. Vergel, you've been an editor many times over, and do the editors of a newspaper give guidelines, or, for example, do you have any say about what the columnists in your newspaper have to say?
All I know is that columnists are mostly non-staff people. And if you don't belong to the staff, then I don't like you anymore and I want you out of my paper, you just go out. And if I were a columnist, yes, if I were a columnist and I were told by the paper that I was not liked anymore, there wouldn't be a problem about that. I'd leave that paper. I don't like a paper that doesn't like me.
All right.
That's simple enough. Now, the old tradition, I mean, it used to be that columnists were picked from seasoned journalists, meaning journalists who have put in enough years of reporting. Journalists have covered a fair range of the news territory to be able to offer informed opinion. Now, that was how it was. It is no longer is. It no longer is. It is just about anyone can be a columnist today. I can see that.
As long as you have an opinion about something.
You have an opinion. You have a point to make.
Okay.
You have a point to make.
All right.
To me, column writing is making a point.
All right.
And if in the process you are seen to promote or apologize for someone, that's fine.
All right.
So long as the bigger point is to make one.
Okay. Vic Agustin, who used to be with the Inquirer and is now with the Manila Standard, said that in letting Bel-Cunanan go, the Inquirer has lost its only supporter of the current administration.
That's possible. I mean, if you're talking about
does
the
that
Arroyo
mean now that the
administration,
Inquirer has lost its sense of balance in terms of opinion columnists?
I don't think so, because it's presuming on what my opinion will be next week or the week after. It doesn't mean that one columnist stands for something today. We don't have an opinion on something else the next week, because I don't think, and never, and to give Inquirer its due, Inquirer's never told me what to write. It's never told me what I shouldn't write. The biggest fight I've had over the Inquirer is over a semicolon. and I fought bloody for that.
Okay.
But I don't think that's fair for him to say. What I think is important is for the Inquirer to make a statement on why Ms. Cunanan was removed, or why her resignation was accepted, or whether she resigned at all. But I think that's taking it too far.